Hi everybody, my name is Kevin. I'm coming to you from the state of Maryland. My videos are for high school football officials, high school football coaches, and high school football players. My goal is to try to educate everyone and make our officials better and understand the rules better. Today's video is going to be on blocks in the back. So you might ask, why block in the back? That seems like a simple rule. I know that. Well, the problem with blocks in the back, or illegal blocks in the back, are this is the most incorrect call that we place on the field. Okay, what I'm saying here is we are throwing way too many flags for illegal blocks in the back when actually, in reality, there was no foul there. It doesn't matter in the state of Maryland whether you're in the most urban areas around Washington, D.C. or Baltimore, or in the most rural parts of Maryland. We're seeing this epidemic. A lot of our local teams, they travel to surrounding states to play, and when we look at their videos, we see that we're seeing fouls thrown for illegal blocks in the back, and there's just nothing there. I actually have more video clips of non-fouls for these types of things than I do actual fouls for illegal blocks in the back. So if you're a coach, please stick around and watch, because I want to clarify a few things for you. If you understand the rule, it's going to prevent you from getting frustrated and upset during the game. You'll be able to focus less on the officials and continue to focus on the players in the game. I'm also going to tell you a couple times when you can block in the back. So you can teach your players to block in the back sometimes. There's a couple exceptions, and we're going to look at that today. For the officials, we're going to refresh you on the rule, talk about the exceptions, and talk about some of the things that we should be looking at when we're trying to determine whether we have a foul or we don't have a foul. For the rule and the understanding, block in the back is a definition. It is not a foul. Block in the back is a definition at the beginning of Rule 2. It doesn't become a foul until Rule 9, all right? And that is illegal block in the back. So let's get out of saying block in the back if we think we have a foul. Let's say illegal block in the back. Officials, when you throw a flag down because you have a foul and you go and you report it to your crew chief, you're going to say illegal block in the back. Crew chiefs, when you say that, when you're administering your fouls and giving the signals, you give your signal 43, let's say illegal block in the back. And that's going to clarify a few things. These few little details will help us get better as we move on. So the first thing that we need to understand when we talk about block in the back is the definition from Rule 2. And a block in the back is initial contact in the back, inside the shoulders, above the waist, and below the helmet. And it's going to be against an opponent who's not the runner or pretending to be the runner. So we have to have initial contact between the shoulder blades, and the initial contact has to be on the back. We also want to understand, the rule book actually says be sure to observe the entire block. So if you don't see the entire block, it is not a foul. And we're going to take a look at the definition here. I want you to watch this play through, and we're going to see a block in the back. And you watch it here by this gentleman in white blocking here against this guy in gray. This is a block in the back. All right, now you say that's easy. That's an easy foul. Well, let's just hold on a second. We're going to come back to this because this is not going to be a foul. We're going to come back and take a look at this later, but it is a block in the back. It's just not going to be an illegal block in the back. So we're going to come back to that. Remember, officials, we're only going to throw a flag if we're 100% sure that we have a foul and we've seen the entire foul. This is not a safety issue. We're not going to rule on the side of caution. We're not going to err on the side of caution. We are going to be 100% sure that we have a foul and we've seen the whole thing before we throw a flag on this. Determining whether you have a block in the back, an illegal block in the back, is just as important as determining whether it's legal or it's not a block in the back. And we're going to watch something that is not illegal. This is not a block in the back. Okay, you see here in front of us legal contact by blue number 2. He maintains contact with white number 3 the entire time and now pushes him in the back. That is not a block in the back. Initial contact was legal. The blocker maintained contact. This is not a block in the back. So we didn't meet the definition of block in the back. Therefore, we can have no foul. We're going to show you the actual block in the back. Okay, this one is a block in the back. You see number 22 in gray. He's facing the opposite direction. You watch this guy in white come in here. Initial contact is in the back, inside the shoulders, below the helmet, above the waist. This is a block in the back. Okay, so we talked about that there's going to be some exceptions for blocking the back. Blocking in the back is permitted by offensive linemen who are in the free blocking zone at the snap against defensive players who are in the free blocking zone at the snap. Permitted the entire block is in the free blocking zone, and that the players start off in the free blocking zone, and we still have the ball in the free blocking zone. So you're going to watch this play here, and this was the one we saw from a different angle. We said this is a block in the back. You see number 35 in white on the end here. He's going to come through, and he's going to block number 58 in gray in the back. But this is an exception. He is allowed to do this because he's the offensive lineman, and the defender is in the free blocking zone. The ball is still in the free blocking zone. So is this a block in the back? You bet it's a block in the back, but it's not an illegal block in the back. Had this somebody else that was not in the free blocking zone committed this block, it would have been illegal. But what I want to stress here is we see a lot of flags come down in the middle here, in these areas in here for blocks in the back. I'm not saying that it can't happen. There is a chance that there is an illegal block in the back that you saw happen in here somewhere. But you just need to be 100% sure that you saw the entire block and be 100% sure that the guy that initiated the block in the back isn't exempt from this rule. Okay, we're going to take a look at talk about a couple of the exceptions, a couple more of the exceptions first. This is going to be a loose ball play, fumble at the goal line. There's a mad scramble to get to the ball, and you'll see number 33. He's going to come in here and block his opponent in the back. All right. Is it a block in the back? I'm going to show you another angle in just a second. Yes, this is a block in the back. Isn't it an illegal block in the back? No, because this is an exception. Any player may block his opponent in the back if he's attempting to secure possession of a loose ball that he may legally possess or touch. And you see this guy, we're going to look at the other angle here. Right here, number 33 in blue. Blocking in the back. That's okay. He's attempting to secure possession of this ball, and he blocks his opponent in the back. That is allowed. No foul there. That's an exception. The other exception, a defensive player, and for the purpose of the rule book, now the kick's over, the team in white is the defense. A defensive player may block an opponent in the back when attempting to get to the runner or tackle the runner. All right, so if I want to get to number 3 and number 12 is in my way, I can block him in the back over here, okay? However, we're going to let this run. What do we have here? Does this guy in white, do you think he's trying to go towards the runner, or is he just trying to blow somebody up or hurt somebody? So this is where judgment comes in for the officials. This player in white is making no attempt to get to the runner. He just wants to blow this guy up. This is not going to be a block in the back. This is going to be a personal foul. This is excessive, and it's unnecessary. So players, coaches, you don't want to do this. You need to clean this up, because now what we're going to do is we're going to add additional 15 yards onto the end of the run for a basic spot. So it is okay. That's the final exception. A defensive player may block an opponent in the back when attempting to get to the runner, but once again, you better be making an attempt to get to the runner, not just trying to go out and blow people up. All right, now we're going to move on to a couple that are non-fouls, but they can look bad from certain angles. All right, we watch the view out here. Initial contact, where's that? Probably looks like it's in the side, the chest, whatever. But if you look at it if you catch the very end of it, if you're ball watching and you catch the end of it, it's going to look bad. That's why we don't guess. This is not a foul. And here it is from a different angle. Right in the side, that's a perfect block. It's 100% legal. What we want to show you, though, is if you're officiating and you see the very end of this, don't guess because you're going to guess wrong. And coaches, when you see this, you got to understand, unless I saw the whole thing, it's probably legal, even though it might look bad at the end. All right, we're going to talk, this is a punt return. We'll talk about churning. Watch number 10. Context legal by the receiver in white blocking number 10. And then he just churns. This is why you got to see the entire block. This is completely legal. Number 10, he turns his back for whatever reason. Now we have contact in the back. Again, if you catch the very end of this, you're going to say, oh, that's a penalty. I better throw a flag. We didn't see the whole thing. Be 100% sure before you throw a flag for blocking the back. Another churning. Watch these players out here. Legal contact from the side. Everything's good. Now the player in blue, churning. We have contact in the back. What are all our ball watchers saying? What's everyone on the home team sideline saying? Oh, that's a block in the back. How'd you miss that? No, it's not. This isn't a block in the back. It's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with that contact. That's why we got to see the entire thing. We're going to watch this one. This one gets a little bit tougher to see. It's going to happen quickly. Right here. You know, I wish we had a better angle, better camera, but to me this looks like it's from the side. You have this player in white stopping, churning, and then the contact with the other offensive player. This is probably legal contact. We're not 100% sure, so we got to let this one go. Furthermore, you know, if I go to Frederick High School on a Friday night and I throw a foul against this team in black and say, oh yeah, that was a foul, next week a better official, one of you watching, comes in and does this game, and this team in black's on defense, and you let something like this go, you can understand the frustration. You know, why are some officials throwing a flag on this and some of them letting it go? You can understand the frustration from coaches when it comes to this stuff. Some officials are guessing, some are getting it right. We're going to have another guess. Very, very close here. Look, I mean, I think, how are they blocking the back down here when these two players down here are almost side by side when the contact happens? I don't understand how we have a block in the back. The official doesn't see the whole thing. He guesses and then he throws a flag. A couple other things I want you to note. See where the flag comes down. That's fine. Hold on. Got to go back here. Sorry about that, guys. Flag comes down in here. The end of the kick is here. Our official's here. Okay, this is going to be PSK. This foul occurred while the kick was still going on, so we're going to enforce from the end of the kick. The flag is pretty much, it's not going to be an enforcement spot, and then we don't have the correct spot here with our official. We need to be back here so we get the proper spot where the ball is dead and enforce from that spot. Even though I disagree, I don't think it was a foul, but in the future, if you do have fouls, make sure you're getting all of your spots correct. Okay, once more, if you see the very end of them, you're going to think you have a foul. Number 52 never ever loses contact with number 8 in black. So just be careful, because this is going to come in your peripheral, and you're seeing this. If you didn't see the whole thing, you got to let it go. Watch these two guys down here. Legal contact, legal. He never stops. He never stops. We have nothing there. There's nothing there. This player in blue on the end, he maintains contact with number 15 white the entire time. And this is not a block in the back. It's not a foul. It's a nothing. Very quickly. I just don't see anything here, guys. I don't think this dude was going to be able to block him in the back even if he wanted to. This is contact from the side. This is guessing. And, we can't have that. Another one, very, very close. I would even say maybe this guy wants to block the opponent in the back. He pretty much misses. That's why be 100% sure. All right, a few that are fouls. Watch this guy in black here, blows up the player in white. When we see this a few years ago, this would have been a 10-yard foul. This is now going to be a 15-yard foul. Why? Because it's a blindside block. Not only is it a blind block in the back, but we're going to err on the side of caution on watch this one. Watch him blow this guy up with his shoulder into the back. This is a personal foul. It's a blindside block, 15 yards. We're going to watch another personal foul here. Ball is obviously dead. Look how ball's dead. And then we have this guy coming in here and hitting him. This is not going to be a block in the back. This is going to be a dead ball personal foul. Change of direction in the field. See right here. This guy in black gets blocked in the back by the offensive lineman in white. Foul for blocking the back. Very tough one. This one's going to happen very, very fast. Watching down here in the lower corner of your screen. Legal. Contact's done. New contact here in the back. Initial contact with the new block is between the shoulder blades above the waist. This is a block in the back. It's a very tough one. It happens very fast. Officials, if you're out there and you know college guys, you talk to college guys about evaluations. The college guys will tell you that, their evaluators don't want them to miss fouls, okay? But it's better to miss a foul than make something that's not up. Make something that's not there up. So if you miss a foul, it's not good. You get marked down. But if you just make something up like we saw in their previous clips, you get marked down even farther. Classic block in the back. Open hands. Initial contact in the back between the shoulder blades above the waist. Block in the back right there. Another illegal block in the back right here at the end of the play. Very, very close to being dead ball. Initial contact in the back between the shoulder blades above the waist. Illegal block in the back. Okay, I'm going to finish with this one. At this point in the game, it's a blowout. Game's just about over. Late in the fourth quarter. Third stringers are in. The game's already been determined. And we have a foul for a block in the back here by this guy up here. And when you watch this, there's just nothing there. There is no foul for a block in the back. And one of the coaches came to me and said, well, what is this? I mean, come on. You've been talking about these blocks in the back and how, they're just not there. And you've been explaining the rule, and then we get this. And I said, you know what, Coach, you're right. That's not a foul. But luckily, this game was a blowout. It wasn't close. It had no effect on the game whatsoever, so it's okay. Well, then the coach said to me, he said, yeah, but this guy who made this run is a third stringer. He doesn't play a lot. He works just as hard as everybody else. And now the officials have taken that run away from him. And, for no reason. And it's just not fair. And I said, you know what? You're right. It's not fair. So I want to leave you with this. You should be giving 100% during every game, the entire game, so we don't take a good run like this away from a kid who deserved it, even no matter what the score is. And I'm never going to say over officiate or anything like that. But when we have games like this where it's a blowout, we still need to try our best and not guess. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please subscribe, and I look forward to sending out more videos soon. Thank you.